making, Jasper. That was a fun video to listen to. I was out there the whole time. I didn't chat much because my hands were busy. Slow stitching. I'll share that later, but welcome in. Hello, everybody. Happy New Year. Happy 2024. We've only got a couple hours left. We've only got a couple hours left in 2023. Let's make the best of it. Let's do some art. Make some best of it. Welcome in. Welcome, everyone. So let me get over to my channel and set things up so that I can welcome folks in on my tablet over here, my notepad. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I want to put a message into chat right off the back. Hi, Becky. Oh, it's good to see you, Becky. Happy New Year. She says, hi, hi. I saw you put up a video, or was it a live stream on your plans for 2024? I need to go listen to that. I've been pretty much listening to the Streamathon all day. Hi, Nina. Hi, Joyce. Hi, Marguerite. Hello from beautiful British Columbia, Canada. Well, welcome in. Welcome in. I got an advertisement here. Let me get rid of it. Let's see. Who else is popping in? Jacqueline Create. Hi there. Hi, hi, hi. Welcome in. And there is Shannon. Hi, Shannon. Shannon says, hi, Becky. We're on the same train. Jasper says, I got a sewing machine for Christmas. Now I can join in and learn stuff from you how to sew. Oh, I think you better listen to Becky. Jasper, you better be subscribed to Aunt Beck's channel if you want to learn how to sew. Hi, Linda. Welcome in. And there's Dee Dee. There's Dee Dee. Hi, Dee Dee. Lexi, hi, Lexi. I saw you in Diana's stream. You were making these beautiful, were they Christmas bulbs, or Lisa called them orbs. So I'm not sure if they were bulbs or orbs, but they were really pretty. I kept hoping that they would expand you so that I could see them better. Hi, Riri. Welcome in. Welcome in, welcome in, welcome in. Jasper says, Riri, you too, honey. Oh, I think she's talking to Riri for hello, hello, hello. Let's see. Stacy May. Hi, Stacy Catitude. Stacy Catitude streams every day at 10 a.m. Eastern, so be sure and look for her. Andrea. There's Andrea. Hi, Andrea. Oh, it's good to see you. And Kelly. Hi, Kelly Rosslin. Becky, were you feeling poorly? Dee Dee wants to know. Who am I missing? Riri, Dee Dee. Andrea is function of light. 1. Jasper says, I'm sub to Aunt Beck. Okay, well, you get your sewing advice from Becky. Don't get them from me. I'm a very much well, you know, I sewed when I was in high school. I made some things. I know the basics of sewing, but if you want to learn, you want to watch the pros, and Becky's a pro. Welcome in, everybody. Happy 2024. Hi, Linda. Linda Renz, it's good to see you. Let's see, who am I missing? Nina, Becky Bokrin? Or is it Bokrin? Good morning. Good morning. It's almost morning. Oh, I wanted to put a message into chat here. Let me do that while I'm thinking of it. I'm typing in here. Hold on. You can chat among yourselves for a minute. I can't do this until I go live. Well, I could have put it into my paste, but I didn't think about it. Ah, dee 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 dum dee dum dee dum dee dum. All right, 1 minute. There we go. So I want to let you know that right now, and I'll pin that message so that anybody who wants to know who's on next, just look at the pinned message. Ann Lahr comes on right after me. It has been a really nice full day of streaming, hasn't it? I've listened into every channel. I didn't chat much on the channels. I said hello and pointed to me being up in the balcony, and that's probably about all I got done. I want to also let you know that I started a playlist for the 2024 Streamathon. It's in my playlist area, and it's also posted on my community tab. So as the different streams go live, I will put the video in the playlist. Now, I might be, I don't know what time I'll get up tomorrow morning. I don't know what time I'm going to bed tonight. I imagine I'll probably conk out after Ann's chat. I might look in on Miriam, but it's going to, you know, I've had a pretty full weekend, so I don't know about those wee morning hours for me, but I also have trouble getting to sleep at night. So I might be around by 6 a.m., but we'll see. But Ann comes on after me, and then after Ann, Miriam's coming on with late night games. I don't know what she's got planned. That might be an interesting stream to watch. Miriam will be on until 5:30 Eastern. So Miriam is covering the wee morning hours. Raul will come on at 5:30 a.m. Eastern to 6. He's going to do a drawing premiere. And then Art Junkie Shannon, she's in here. She'll be on from 6 to 8. And then our Dee Dee Willingham comes on from 8:30 to 11:30, followed by Janet Nash and Janet Young. Comes on at 1 p.m. tomorrow. Darcy's Misadventures with Mixed Media. She's new to me. She'll be on tomorrow evening at 4 p.m. Eddie Makes Art. He's new to me too. Malia is Lovely Maria. And her link is in, I have also this schedule posted on my community tab, and I put the links to the different channels in the description of the post. Dana and Beth Schuler, I think that will probably be on Beth's channel, but I did put links into both of the channels. And then Paul Pate, who is also new to me. He'll be on at 9 p.m. tomorrow night, followed by a closing tomorrow night at 11 p.m. Hasn't it been a full weekend? My goodness, I've really enjoyed the Streamathon. And I want to thank Miriam and Raul for putting this together for us this year. They stepped up to the plate. They got it done. All right. So let me review chat again here. Riri says, Debbie, happy flippin' New Year, girl. Which Debbie? Functional Light, Dee Dee, Functional Light. Oh, Debbie Epps. There's Debbie Epps. Oh, my goodness. Debbie, I haven't seen you in forever. Who are you? I think, Debbie, are you teaching this year? Debbie is a teacher, I believe. Correct me if I'm wrong. Chris also, Chris K, and she pronounced it in her stream this morning, and I'm gonna have to go to one of her streams and say, would you pronounce your name for me 5 times, please, really slow so I can hear it? But Chris is also a teacher, and she talked a little about it in her stream this morning. She teaches college classes, I believe. I think she said she was in graphic design, but there wasn't much in her area for that, so she's teaching Chris K. Mina says, oh, thank you, Mina. Yes, when you go to these streamathons, please give a thumbs up and comment after the stream, which I'm very guilty for not doing, but share. Link, comment, share, subscribe. Riri says, Happy New Year. Andrea says, hello, Charmaine Wagner Bell. Oh, a new person. See, if you guys say hello to people and I don't catch it right away, there's Charmaine. Welcome, Charmaine. Glad to have you join us. I appreciate you guys welcoming folks in. I try to catch everybody, but sometimes I'm concentrating on somebody and I could miss the name right above and completely miss you. So thank you for welcoming everybody. And there's Lexi McGrath, Charmaine, Riri, Kelly, Mina. I think I've caught up with everybody, but if I missed you, I apologize. Jasper says, hi, everybody coming in. Welcome in, everybody. Oh, there's Allie K. Hi, Allie K. I just about missed you. Let me just, Becky Bachran, I think, and Jasper and Kelly and Shannon and Becky. Becky says her left knee was hurting. That torn meniscus was acting up. And then the toe. Becky, you're falling apart. No, that's how I feel about myself sometimes. I'm going, oh my goodness, if it isn't my tooth, it's my eyes. And if it isn't my eye, it's my kidney. And if it isn't my kidneys, it's my my feet. I'm going, this getting old. It's not a complaint. Not a complaint. We're not going to start out 2024 that way. Jasper says, cheers, Meri. I'm so happy to see you. Usually you're on at 4 a.m. when I'm sleeping. Well, I've been coming on at 6 a.m. Central Time, but you're probably still sleeping. Jasper, we really enjoyed your paper making. We really enjoyed it. I was listening the whole time. I tried to make a few comments, but this is what I did. Let me take things off here and show you. I explained in my chat this morning, and I tore apart the fabric, the background fabric. I'm going to make a fabric journal. I am following K3N Cloth Tales, and she's doing a slow stitch journal in 2024. Now, she's way ahead of me, of course, but this morning I measured out and I showed the pages. I measured out the sizes for my journal. Let me get the signature, the first signature here. So, and then this afternoon, while all that chat was going on, while all the streams were going on, I did press this backing fabric out, and I have plenty on the extra. You can't see it all. Let's see, I have to catch up with myself here. I'm not on my red dot. Okie dokie. And let me fix my quality while I'm in here. Quality up from 720. Let's see if we can get higher than that. 720 isn't bad, but I like the 1080. All right, so there we go, 1080. And while I'm doing that, I might as well refresh my chat because I gave myself a thumbs down. Meri gave herself a thumbs down. That's the way to start it out. Let me go to live chat here. It's different on my different devices, all messages. There we go. Hi, Mariah. It's good to see you. I listen to you too. I didn't know. Well, I wish I had more time to listen to everybody. You have had Devin and who was the other person as designers on your channel? It's good to see you, Mariah. And who did I see? Wait, hold on. Lisa, my eclectic life. Hi, Lisa. Welcome, welcome. It's good to see you too. How are you doing? And how's your stepfather? And how's your daughter and your son? And were you on with Tanya this afternoon? I saw Tanya was on, but I felt like I needed to watch the stream. I thought, I'll catch up with Tanya. I found, while I was looking for fabric for this piece here, I found the ugly fabric that Tanya sent me, and I want to know if she wants it back or if can I use it in this journal. But anyway, what I did here was I measured out what I'm going to do for, and of course this is not all straight because I've been playing with it, but I measured out pieces for this journal, and I drew it on here. First, I measured, I centered everything. This afternoon, I was so proud of myself. But what I'm leery of, see, here's the spine, and either the front or back, whatever it turns out to be. Spine's 2.5 inches. These are 5.5 inches, and this is 8 inches. And then I left an inch. See all these red dotted stitches here? That's an inch for overlap, because I know there'll be overlap. So, but what I'm weary of and what I don't know is how thick my signatures will grow when we add fabric. So I've got room for 3 now, but I have a feeling that they'll get fat. So I may have to expand my spine out. So even though I'm going to be working on this, I'm not going to cut it apart probably until the end of the year. Because if I have to expand, this is kind of a guide for me. If I have to expand it out, I can. Let's say, oh, I need to add a ½ inch on each side or 3/4 of an inch on each side. I wouldn't think I would have to add any more than 3/4 of an inch because that's a pretty big spine. But then this will all be, you're looking at the back side. This will all be, and I'm going to stitch on the back side. When I put my blue denim pieces on here, all of this will get covered up. And I will just start putting them on here. Let me grab a couple here, show you. I'm not going to stitch on it tonight. I'm just going to more or less yak. More or less chat. Heck, I got all of you in here. I want to chat with you. I also found some more blue fabric. This is what I was using for Nancy Drew's skirt. And this is batik. This is batik. And Becky was explaining to me when she saw this that this is the batting, the overhang from the batting. I got it at the thrift store. So when the quilters, but see, this is batik, and you know it's batik because it's just as pretty on one side as it is the other. When a true batik, the color will be reversible. A true batik, and this is a beautiful fabric. I wish I would have had a whole yard of this, but this was scrap. But when I go to putting pieces on here, and here's Tanya's ugly. This has to be a couple years old when she sent it to me. She called this the ugly fabric, and we were supposed to do something with it and send it back to her. Well, this is as far as I got with doing something, and it got mislaid, and I couldn't find it and never got sent back to her. But I'm looking for blue fabrics, and I'm wondering if she'll let me have this. It will make a nice memory piece of my failure to follow through on that. But let me just grab a small piece here or a couple small pieces. Like when I start stitching, now I probably won't stitch this because it's a hem, but it's an example. I will start layering my pieces, something, you know, just, you don't want to layer them too much, but you know, some, because your needle still has to get through there. And I was looking for my brother's blue jeans. I can't find them. I don't know what I did with them. And of course, I'll cut this down a little. But let's put Tanya's piece in here just for the fun of it. Just for the fun of it, we'll put Tanya's piece in here. And let's throw one more little piece on here. Find a smaller piece here. Maybe one of these. Something like, you know, something like that. And, you know, I'll just keep going. I'll keep going. Find another piece here. This is doubled up, but I'm just going to put it there for now. So you'll see, and then this will all be stitched, and I'll have other pieces on here too. I'll have some other pieces on here. This is not how it's going to look. It's an example of how it might look in the end. So I have all of these pieces on here. So I'm going to say, oh, how am I going to figure out where my book goes now? I've covered it up. Well, let me show you. Knock stuff off on the floor here. On the back here, voila. Here, this is the front. This is really, well, it's really the back. This is the front over here. This is what the back of my backing fabric is what I'm going to stitch the front of my journal on. So this is the back of this. This is the front of this. And it's much neater. I don't have all the pin marks and everything on it. And the spine, of course, is right there. So I think I'm going to put a secret in here. This will have another piece, this piece, I'm knocking things off on the floor as I grab it. This, after I get done with this, what I like about this is when I stitch on the back, when I stitch down a piece, one of those denim pieces on the back, the stitches will come through like this. So I'll have the stitch. Let's just say I do another running stitch like that, and maybe another running stitch like that, and maybe some of those sashiko stitches, however they are. Well, all of that will get covered up with this. And what I think I'm going to do in the end, this is the right size, and it won't grow any more lengthwise. It might grow widthwise, depending on how big my spines are. But what I think I'm going to do when I layer here, I don't want to cover up. I want my, what do I say? I'm going to put a secret message in here, but I don't want to stitch it on here because I want these other stitches that are going to show through from the other side to be there without. And what I'm going to do is have another piece of fabric, maybe a white piece or a cream piece that I'm going to put in here. And it's going to be, let me move this up a little. It's going to be like a secret message. Probably more documentation. So if this journal survives, if it survives and becomes frayed, let's just say 100 years from now, somebody finds it and it's all frayed and everything, and they're taking it apart and go, oh, there's a secret message in here. So that's my plan. But I'm gonna stitch the secret message on a completely different piece of fabric and then attach it between this piece and this piece. So I'm really excited about doing this. I am following a channel, K3N Cloth Tales. I'm really excited to have found her. Let me fold some of this back up again. But I will be working on this probably all year. Knowing me, I don't even anticipate having it done until all the signatures are done, because I've got enough, and I'm going to stitch denim pieces way out to the edge and way out to the edges over here. So it's going to be a huge piece. But as I cut it off, when I can cut this part off, the top and the bottom off pretty easy, and use these pieces in my journal. So I'm really looking forward to doing this. This is going to be one of my major projects in 2024. However, Meri can't just do one project all year. You know, I have to do this and do that and get inspired by this, and I guarantee you Dee Dee will come up with an inspiration, and Becky will and everybody else will. I tell you, I get so sidetracked. I sidetrack myself. I did that when I opened those scissors this morning. I thought, wouldn't it be cool to make a pair of wax scissors with that plastic shell from the packaging? I'm just kind of folding this up and so I can put it back in my little box. Look, isn't this pretty? This will definitely go either on the cover or one of the pages. I just picked it up at the thrift store, probably. I think I probably did. I'm not sure exactly where I got that, but it certainly fits. And this piece is a little too large. It's the dresser scarf. I showed that this morning. I'm just going to kind of fold some. And I'm going to have to find some more denim. I want to make I'm going to have 3 signatures. Let me move this stuff off. I'm going to have 3 signatures, 2 fabric. No, all 3 fabric. That's what I'm saying. But I don't know how fat my signatures are going to be because I don't know what K3N is going to do for her. Let me get this off my desk now. I'm going to leave that out for a minute. So I'm really excited about doing this. I'm thrilled to do it. I am so, let me flip this over so you can see this is the front side of the packing piece. And it just, you know, even doing that, this is what I worked on all afternoon. It took me a while to do it. Well, it took me a while to measure it out. Let me tip my camera just a little. Did that help any? Am I on my red dot? Yeah. Okay. Let me straighten things out here. I'm not straight. I'm never straight. I'm way off. Hold on. Oh, no, I'm not done streaming. It says, did you want to quit? I bumped it. All right, I have to wait for my tablet to catch up with me. There, I guess that's pretty good. I'm going to leave this here as kind of centering so I can make sure that I'm centered. And this, as I said, these pieces are kind of an open weave, probably cotton. It's not linen. I don't know where I got it, but these are going to become my pages, and they're not all the same size. Most of them are. I got a short one in here. And then there's looks like a muslin piece there. But I'm not going to bind these until I've stitched them all. They're not going to be bound because I want to work on them this way. So there's that. Now, what I want to show you is a project. Am I getting off center here? A project that I started in 2019. And it's a stitch journal. This was Rosemary Morris's Stitch Caboodle. I think this was the very first project caboodle that I bought from Rosemary. 2019, 2020, 2021, 22, 23. 4 years old? 4 years? You think I'd have it done? Well, I have a lot done in here. I'm going to finish it up in 2024. Now this I've, like I said, let me put this and give it to Penelope. Let me get to the middle piece here. So I have all sorts of pieces in here, and I wasn't sure how I was going to bind it, But looking at what I'm doing here, I think what I'll do is signatures. I think that makes a lot more sense, and maybe several signatures rather than trying to make one big fat. It just kept growing. But this piece of fabric here it's a house printed on muslin. I got that from Kathy Berg from one of her one of her videos in a streamathon. Probably the 2020 streamathon, because I started this in 2019. So it would be the new year 2020. It's when I got this. And you can see I've added things like, this is a stitch journal, so I've added here I got some more of that tape measure fabric. These are hook and eyes. A lot of this is stitched down. Some of it is not yet. Like this is pinned. Let me put this back here. I don't want to get it all mixed up. I'm not sure what I meant for that. It was probably just sitting there. I'm going to flip this up as I go through it. This is some Tim Holtz fabric, some text fabric. This is stitched down. Just little running stitches. This one is stitched down. So I think this piece is probably pretty much done. This I got from Janet Nash. This butterfly, I'm pretty sure I got this from Janet Nash. This was a piece of quilt that I had. I think this is all stitched down, so I think that page is pretty done. I went through, I just haven't bound it yet, and in a way I'm kind of glad I didn't try to bind it, because I like different signatures. Now this, I think I got this fabric from Annie V. I think she put it in one of her boxes that she sent me. It was either from Annie V or Paint Girly. I can't remember. But that's just, it's a sequence on a kind of a sheer fabric. I'm not sure exactly what kind of fabric it is, but it's sheer. So there's that. So I need to do a lot of stitching. This is stitched down, the button's stitched. This needs to be stitched yet. It's just kind of, I put double-sided tape on it. Or is that stitched? No, I think that's got double-sided tape on it. This is probably one I'm working on. Some of it is stitched and some of it isn't. On the back of it is stitched. These are stitched. So it's kind of half done. And just different ways to do this. Now, and this is just, you know, me playing. I really wasn't following anybody in their technique. I put a piece of this violet ribbon on here, leaf ribbon, and it kind of mimics this as a white embroidery piece in here, lace over here. So I've had a lot of fun with this. That's just tulle. I didn't do anything on that side. It's just pretty blank. I should probably put that red piece on it. And here I crocheted around a Tim Holtz photo, and it's on sheer fabric. It's on sheer fabric. I don't feel like I'm on my red dot. I'm just way behind. And then I just stitched that down, just kind of tacked it down. I'm going to sneeze. I'm going to sneeze. This is stitched down. It's just a doily heart. And this is all stitched. So these are just some pieces. I think Rosemary probably put these in her packet. And speaking of Rosemary's packet, when I got the caboodle, of course I'd added to this, but I got a whole bunch of, I mean, a lot of it came from Rosemary, not everything, because I keep tucking things in as I find things, which I could probably go through. This probably came from Rosemary, because this is Sashikal. And so I'm not going to go through it all, but just to kind of show you where all of this originates from. And so I'm going to be going through this and adding to it. This is all stitched. This is a pocket. Rosemary did send some paper pieces like needle cards or ATCs. I've been saving things to put into the pockets. And let me just put that, so figure out what way I'm putting these. I'll probably have to go through and rearrange it. Well, in fact, I will, because I'm going to put them in signatures rather than one big signature. This is a pretty piece. I think Annie V sent me this. I feel like I got it from Annie V. Here's a piece. Now, this is a postcard that was sent to me by Journey. Where is Journey? Has anybody seen Journey? I'm missing Journey. This was a postcard. We had a postcard swap. I made one for her and I hated it. I didn't like it. And then I lost it. So then I had to make another one. I finally got it sent off to her. And then I was way late. But I got it sent to her. And so I bought her some of this vintage paste. I don't know if I have it up here. I'm not going to reach for it. But I saw it on Lori's channel, and I said, I'm going to send you a I'm sorry for being late gift. But this came from Journey, so it's a stitched postcard. Didn't she do a beautiful job? She do a beautiful job of it. And this is a piece of denim. And I had an owl stamp. I stamped on an owl there and stitched it in. This is stitched. This, I don't know if I stitched this down or glued it down. I feel like I might have glued this down. I guess it is an old slow stitch. I'm not sure why I did that, but I don't see any stitching on it. I think I glued it down. I probably used double-sided tape in honor of Rosemary. Same with this. I think I did not do that much in here, but I feel like I put double-sided tape on these. I don't know. This was a piece of quilt here. I'm not sure where I got that either. I think I might have got that in Happy Mail or Rosemary. I'm not sure where I got this piece. That might have come in the packet that Rosemary sent, the caboodle. And here's another piece. These butterflies, I'm pretty sure I got those from Janet Nash. And here's a doily, embroidered doily. Oh, and I made a pocket going this way. And I had several pieces like this. That was my intention, to have several pieces in there. I'm just going to fold one and then have this come down this way. But I'm not sure I like that. So I might just make the pocket come down this way and put a snap or something on there. But I stitched all of this. I put a doily there. Did I stitch that? That might have been a part of the doily. I think that's part of the doily. Part of the whatever they were doing on this. It's got a bird and a flower, and it's really a pretty piece. I put a doily over here. Well, that may not be a bird. That might be a part of the flower, the inside of the flower there. It looked like a bird to me. And here's a piece of that sheer. I'm pretty sure I got this from Annie V, because she sent me a big package. It had a lot of this type of thing in it. It either came from Annie V or Rosemary or Lori. Now this gets toward the beginning of my journal. And I'll probably redo that whole thing. But I've got it. Did I stitch in there or pinned? See, I have to figure out what I did. I think this is just pinned. Hold on. Oh, yeah, it's pinned back here with this. Let me pull that out. And I'll probably redo these pages. These are pretty much all stitched. And when I got that house from Kathy Berg, she also sent this red thread. And there's a note here explaining it might still be in here, explaining what that red thread means. This says from Xandra Cudahy. This piece. It might be from Xandra, but I think Kathy Berg sent it to me. And I think this was probably made by Xandra and Kathy B. And Xandra was on this afternoon. I was out there listening, but this whole piece came from the gift that I won from Kathy Berg's stream, probably in 2020. And this is stitched down. This is some Galaxy fabric, I think, or matte fabric. It might be matte fabric. And this is a really light colored piece. That's a bird. It's just, I need to finish stitching it. I think the stitches here are coming from over here. So I have work to do, but I thought I'd show you because it's all stitched, and I just haven't, I get so sidetracked. And I'll probably get sidetracked in 2024. Here's more of that beautiful, beautiful, beautiful sequenced sheer fabric. And then this is a doily, and this, I was going to do a piece here. See, I'm getting back to what I was going to do for the cover, and I'm not sure about it. But I was going to do something like this, and this was going to be a wraparound. It was going to wrap around. And I've got a hanky in there that I'm making a pocket out of. There's a pocket. Is there a pocket? Maybe the pocket comes in here. Here's the pocket in here. Right in there. So this is all where I'm going with this. I'm just going to take all of these and plop them like that. That's where I'm going with all of this. I'll have to figure it out in 2024. Let me just kind of fold this back up. I kind of kept it like this since 2019. Although I did work on it in 2020. I worked on it in different, but I haven't worked on it for a while, but I want to finish it up. I want to finish it. So that's where I'm heading with my slow stitching. And of course, I'll be joining the online tatting class. They start up again. Well, find me a decent pen to put in there. I tend to use my pens in the glossy accent, and I get them all yucky and dirty. Find me a good one. And then well, maybe it's where I'm putting it. Let's put it over. Let's put it over here. Okay, it's not going in there. Hold on. It should go in there. What's on the back of this? No wonder. Let's put it like that. And I wanted to pin this down. I wanted to close it up. Here we go again. Well, I should just get me a tie. Come on, get in there. There. That's good enough for now. But I also am going to be working on Rosemary's. I do want to get it done. And if this kind of goes with it, I should put it in there. But no, it doesn't fit. So, S-E-W, what I'm going to be doing. Slow stitching. Let me put this back over on my card. The other thing, I'm not only going to be doing slow stitching, I'm working on my Christmas journal. Christmas for me is not over with until this January 6th, the Epiphany. We're not going to work on that tonight. I'll work on it next week. I want to finish it up, but what I want to do, let me grab a hold. I always have things all stacked up. All stacked up. Let me grab a hold of it. What I want to do in the rest of my stream, well, I will show you this. goes in my December daily. I made this the other day. Boy, it was kind of frustrating. What I'm going to do tomorrow while I'm listening to videos, Streamathon, is I'm going to write my little stories. I have 4 little stories, Christmas stories, that I'm going to put in, personal Christmas stories that inspired me this season. And I'm going to put them in this little journal. But boy, did I have a time doing that pamphlet stitch where you go from one's, and my signatures were just 2 sheets. I mean, but I went, 2 sheets, 1 sheet, 2 sheets here. I went from here to here, and boy, did I have a time figuring that out the other day. But it turned out nice. I'm happy with it. I might put some gold paint around it, but I'll be working on that next week. I'm going to fold this up now because I'm kind of want to move on to something else that I want to do in 2024. But before I move on, I want to come out and look at chat. This is all my figuring up that I did this afternoon. I drew part of it in the morning stream, but that will go in my December journal. Hold on, let me come out and look at chat. As long as you're all here, I might as well chat with you, huh? Let me refresh my chat. Because when I refresh chat, it gets all my messages. Sometimes this is my phone, it's not my tablet. My tablet tends to not scroll all the messages. Okay, I'm down at the bottom. Hi, Artie Dar. Hi, Artie Dar. Oh, it's good to see you. How are you, my lady? She says, Marion gang, Happy New Year. Blessed to be. Yes. Thank you, Stacy. Jasper says, I have you all keeping me company in my bedroom, but I have to clean my mess for my stream today. Boy, do I understand, Jasper. I came in here probably, for an hour and a half, and I am organizing that little stash closet off to my left over there, and I'm doing pretty good. I took all my extra I'm accumulating all this fabric with this slow stitching. I'm going through it, and I think I'm going to have to grab a couple more shelves. But I'm doing pretty good. I can walk in there at least. But behind me now, and I did organize a little behind me. But, yeah, it's going to take me a little bit to get completely organized. And I keep getting stuff. That's the problem. Let's see. Allie K is here. She says hi to Artie Dar. Marguerite says, it says we need more thumbs up. Oh, thank you, Marguerite. Hi, Alec. Good evening to you. I have not seen you before. You were on Diana's stream. You were doing a really good job hosting, not hosting, but modding for Diana. She uses StreamYard. I am only on my mobile phones, and for some silly, stupid reason, I cannot go on StreamYard or even, I don't have any problem with Google Meet. When I meet with people on Google Meet, it doesn't echo, but on StreamYard, I get this terrible, terrible echo. So that's why you don't see me much out there in group videos, is because I ruin it for everybody with all my buzzing and echoing the audio for some reason. I haven't figured it out. I turn the sounds way down, except for, now on these newer phones, I have to have AirPods or Bluetooth earbuds. What do you call them? It does not have a port for the earbud, for it like the older phones do. And I miss that a lot. But technology has to move on. Hi, Becky. Borrow Slow Stitch Project. YouTube. Watch. Who does that go off to? Let me check. That goes to K3N. That goes off to K3N Cloth Tails. Thank you for putting that. Thank you, Becky. Becky put a link to K3N Cloth Tails, who is the lady. Boy, my thumbnail is really fuzzy, isn't it? I'll have to fix a new thumbnail. All right, wait a minute. Let me get back into chat. Thank you, Becky, for dropping that link. Oh, my goodness, you guys. Wait, let me go back down to the bottom. Jasper says, made everything except for your camera speaker and mute everything. I did. That's the problem. My camera, of course, when I have to have something on, and I don't use those Wi-Fi or Bluetooth earbuds. I don't use those because I can't get them synced. When I've given up for over a year now trying to fix that. I've just given up because every time I try to get somebody to check it for me, it always echoes. So I just quit trying. I want to get this is another goal. It may take me a while because everything takes me a while, technology wise. It's not that I'm dumb. You know, I'm pretty good with technology. I'm just slow. I do have a laptop and I do have a webcam and I do have the Ethernet connection that I haven't used for a long time. I'm on Wi-Fi now, but I just need to get it out and see if I can't get it hooked up. But we tried everything. Dee Dee can vouch for this. This was when I still had my phone with the port where I had the earbuds. I muted everything. I had to have something on in my ear to hear, but it was still echoing. And since then, I think I tried with it. I think Ann Lar, once I tried with her and it was horrible. And Lori, I cornered Lori Paint Girly once. And even with Lori, I tried with the new the new YouTube, just where you go one-on-one. And it's still, even with so I don't think it's StreamYard per se. I think it's something with the phones, because even then, when you go live, you can either go live with a live chat like where we are now, or they have this new, I probably can show you here, but I don't want to mess this up. You can go one-on-one where you have an interview type situation. You can't do a group chat. You can only do one-on-one. And I tried that with Paint Girly, and I don't hear the echo, but everybody else does. And Lori said that it was echoing. So after that, I just quit. But that's one reason why you don't see me participating with a lot of, or even asked to, because every time I tried it, it messes people up, and I just don't want to ruin their streams. Diana uses a MacBook. Read Lexi's comment, Mary. Okay, Alec, I will. I think so, Lexi. Let's see. Let me go up. Lexi says, oh, weird. I think I remember someone saying that was an issue in some browsers. It could be. It could be. I don't know. When StreamYard first came out, I did not have a very good opinion of them, and I kind of voiced that. But since then, everybody's been using it, so I guess people are happy with it. I don't know. When YouTube took Google took it down, the meetups. I can't even remember what they were called, with YouTube. The group chats. I just miss that terribly, because I was able to do that with no problem. So, but I had different equipment back then too. I don't have the phones. I've since then upgraded my phone. So I kind of in my heart think that it's not YouTube, it's not StreamYard. I think it's my phones. I really do. I've upgraded my phone since then, but it still does it. Thank you, Lexi. That's kind of good to know. Let's see. Jasper says, I wish I could read chat, but I can't right now until I get to my computer where I can read. She says, be right back. Cheers. Lexi says, that's crazy. Yeah. Alex says, yes, it was me. I was on Diana's live, and thank you. Lexi says, hey, Alex. Jasper says, hello, Meri, but your slow stitch pieces you have made are stunning. Thank you so much, Jasper. She might be running off to her computer. Marguerite says, really weird. Yeah, I have had a lot of issues with going into those group chats. Oh, well. I tend to talk at the same time somebody else is talking anyway. Barb Clark and I used to have that. We must have just been on the same, our thoughts were just coming out. And every time that Barb would start talking, I'd start talking, not knowing that she was talking at the same time. Finally we just I had to learn to shut up. But that was more in Zoom. That was more when we were Zooming several years ago. So at least I'm not interrupting anybody when I'm by myself here. I don't catch all the messages. Ali K says hello to Artidar. This is where Artidar comes in. Lexi says, oh, all those different fabric edges look so good peeking out. Yeah. You should see K3N's cover. I have to be honest with you. I wasn't sure that I would like Boral, and I wasn't sure that I'd like a denim cover for my project. But once I watched K3N do her cover, I said, I'm sold. I love it. So that's what I'm going to be doing. And that cover, I'll probably be working on it all year because I'm going to make it really big. And I'm not going to cut it to size until I find out how big my individual signatures are. So, but I'll be working on it in the background. She's going to do a project, she says, every week. But the thing of it is she's in France, and I think she's in a rural area. So her internet connectivity is an issue with her, and if it comes up, it comes up. If it doesn't, she'll get with it next week. I really like what she's doing. The other thing she does, and I showed this morning, is she does these stitch meditation scrolls, and she's inspired me to start doing those. And this is this is where I left it the other day, where I last showed you. I'm stitching this trim. I haven't even got my needle in there yet. I'm stitching this trim on here. This is my first scroll. And I've been debating whether I want to do stitching on the back of this like I started over here. And, this is not a new concept. There are a lot of people out there who do scroll stitching. She calls them meditation scrolls, and I like that term. And she inspired me, so I started it. But right about in here, I was playing with the fly stitch, just trying to figure it out. And then I filled it in with these little stitches. I've got a needle here because this trim is still pinned on. A pin, not a needle. So I don't know whether to continue. This is the running stitches from over here showing on the back. So those are kind of examples of stitching. I don't know whether to put in like cross stitches or herringbone and continue doing examples of stitches on here and then just leaving it, or just to cover all this up with a strip of fabric. That I'm still deciding what to do there. And I think what I'm going to do on this edge is I'm tatting. I'm a new tatter. I'm best at, whoops, I knocked my thread down. I am best at needle tatting. I'm still learning the shuttle. And I happen to have a needle out here with some sport weight yarn. And I think, ouch, I keep hitting those pins. What is that one doing there? Oh, it was the back of this one. This might look good there. I don't know if it would look all the way down. I was going to do a white. But this sport weight yarn might make, I was thinking about doing an entire, it's almost 1.5 yards of just tatting, edging. So I'm not going to do it tonight. I don't want to, sometimes my, my tatting gets a little slow online. But I'm playing with tatting. I'm playing with this. The other thing I wanted to show, where did I put it? I found it as I was going through. Did it fall off to the, did it fall? No, I can never find things when I want them. When I want them. What did I do with it, she says. Maybe I'll put it over in this box. No. Well, I guess I won't show it till I find it. You'll have to watch for that another time. I want to move on to something non-stitch related because I am going to be doing, I decided today, while I was listening to all you guys, you just inspire me with all your different artwork. I thought, I cannot not do art journaling. So I will probably do another desk journal. I still have to put my 2023 desk journal. What I did for 2023 was every month I put together a signature. And they grow fat. 3 signatures fill a book. I still have to do a book cover for the last 2 quarters of 2023. But when they'll just sit there until I get them done. You know, I'll do them when I get to them. But I decided I was going to do the same thing again. Now, what did I do with that pen here? I'm just so inspired. So you'll see me bouncing around to a lot of different things this year. But what I'm going to do, let me get it here. I was at Walmart. Walmart, we love our Walmart. Walmart is my craft store now. It's the only one I have. Well, there's Hobby Lobby if I go 30 miles down the road. This Be Inspired watercolor paper from Walmart is pretty good stuff. And I want to do more watercolor in 2024. So I was thinking there are 50 sheets. So if I cut them in half, there'll be 100 sheets. And what I want to do is I want to cut them in half. Maybe I'll just do a couple. And I'm going to watercolor. I saw on Amazon the Paul Rubens set. I hope it's still out there. I put it in my cart. I want to order that and play with that. And I found that Sennelier watercolor. What did I do with that? That was out here too. Oh dear. Now, I don't know if I want to decal this. I would love to decal these edges. Let me try that. I'll just play. Let me do this one sheet at a time. Let's do a little bit of watercolor just to get me started. And there are some other things I want to do. I want to kind of shake up my channel in 2024. It needs a lot of work done on it. I've just kind of been ignoring my channel except for doing my lives and getting stuff down. I started a podcast area. I'd like to do more podcasts. I'd like to do more shorts. I don't know. 2023 was kind of a hard year for me. Let's see if I can tear this just to decal it. And I guess I'm going to have to use my ruler here. And I think it works better if I don't put that cork side down. I discovered that when I was working in my, because the cork gets off track here. That little space in there. Come on. Now, I don't know if I deco these edges. This has got a tear in it, but that's okay to play with. I'm thinking that I'll just do small watercolors, like maybe I'll just divide these into 4. So 4 times 50 is what? 4 times 50 is 200. And if I do front and back, if I make it into a journal, I'm not going to do a journal. I could, but I don't think I will. I think I'm going to do individual cards. Do I want to do front and back? That's the story. See, this is how I go. I make it up as I go. What am I doing? But if I do smaller pages, I'll probably tend to get more done because, you know, I won't be trying to do a whole big page. And I have things in my urban sketching pochade. And it's going to get cold again next week, but next spring, maybe I'll try to do a little urban sketching. It depends. It just depends. You never know what's around the corner. That 2023 taught me that. You never know what's around the corner. So as much as I would like, I can't deco all the edges because it'll be pretty hard to tear unless I make it really small, and I'm going to keep it this size. So this is one sheet. And I might just keep them this size. I don't know if I'll bind them or maybe I'll just put them in a little, maybe we'll have a little box to keep them in. And I suppose I won't do the backs. So I'll get 200 sheets out of this one if I do this one that I bought. And I have another one that I've been tearing out of. So I'd like to, it probably will never happen, but it would be fun to have 365 of them. And they'll just be, I'm going to do one tonight. And they'll just be simple watercolors. They're not going to be intricate art because that's not the goal. I'm going to play. The goal is to play and have fun, not to be try to do a masterpiece that'll be admired by the world. And that should be your goal when you're doing your art. And I think it is for most of you. Most of you do your art to, well, there are some of you out there, though, that do art to sell. And that's, you know, more power to you. I would sell a little bit of my stuff, but I know me. I know me. You would send me money for it, and I wouldn't get it to you. I wouldn't get it to you. Meri, I paid for it. Where is it? Oh, it's sitting over there ready to mail. It's been sitting over there for 3 years. Well, send it. I have to, Sharon Lombard is probably not in here. What did I do with it? Oh no, did it fall? Oh, I have to find it. I found her little Santa Claus. She won a Santa Claus from me, and I said I'm going to put it right here under. I put it under this stand, this little stand, and it's not there. I'll have to find it. It probably fell on the floor again. What did I do with Santa? Oh, dear. He's not here. But I found her Santa. I was going to, the next time I saw her, say, I found it, Sharon. She said, Meri, I'm getting old. She said that in my stream. I got to find that Santa and send it to her. But that's one reason why that's one of the reasons why I don't try to sell my art. The other reason why is, well, I would be paranoid. Yeah, I get paranoid even sending off happy mail, thinking some happy mail I don't send because I don't like it. I'm sorry, I have some owl postcards. They were a fall postcard, and I had a giveaway, and I just hate them. I don't like them. They're still in there. They're still sitting in my giveaway box. Is that Miriam that come in here? Hi, Miriam. Jasper says, Mary, I'm going to grab that ruler from you. The cork goes on top of the paper so it won't slip. I know it does, but when I was tearing the pieces from for my daily, December daily, I know the reason of the cork, but when I was tearing my paper, now the paper was 8.5, and it would tear real nice till I got down to the bottom, right here, right in here. And then, especially on the smaller pieces, and then it would crap out on me. So when I turned my ruler this way and just tore that way, it went really good. I know the cork goes on the bottom, but you know, Mary has her opinion about things. Oh, dear me. It just seems to work better for me this way, especially with the smaller pieces. Now, I did grab a chunk out of that. Oh, well, it's not going to hurt it. It's just all for play. So I got 8 sheets here, so I got enough to do the first week in January. And what I think I'm going to do is this. Is it out there? Can you guys see that? Well, you'd have to see it this way to see it. You'd have to see it this way, but since I'm looking at this way, all I see is that. So I'm just going to do a real fast watercolor sketch because I feel like it. And because I want to do something like this really fast. I want it to be fast. I don't want to sit and worry about it. And these are some watercolors I got from Amazon. It was an on sale set. I don't know. It's in a foreign language. It's AUWEN. So to me, that's either Korean, Chinese, or Japanese. I don't know which. And it's all in foreign language back here, except for the Y2036 and the barcode. But they seem to be pretty nice watercolors. There's, of course, student grade. They're not professional. I do have a watercolor brush in here. Yeah. I tend to have gotten away from the watercolor brushes, but when I start doing urban sketching, I'll probably pick them up again. Let's grab something. Let's grab this one, which is a watercolor big round. And let me grab one I can kind of sketch with. I have to get over here where I can see. I like to sketch with my watercolor, and I should get my pochade out, but I don't want to trail in there. I think I can kind of sketch with that. Do I have a smaller one? Got that pen set in the way. I can't see a darn thing. My tiny ones. I tend to lose my tiny watercolors. Oh, they're all... Hold on. They're all behind here. Let me grab this out. Here they are. Here's a couple. And they're just like Rail and Land Nickel and they're cheapies. They're not anything to brag about. I wanted a fine point one though. We'll get this out. I guess I'm going to be happy with this one. I am really hard on brushes. I'm just hard on them. I am not. Here's one I can sketch with, a finer one. And here. All right, we'll just play with these various ways. Now I need some water. And let's grab, let me reach for it. I have these little cups I got at the Dollar Tree. When I'm done with these, I can toss them. I should only use this for fabric, but I cut it. Dee Dee is always telling me to cut things. These I don't care about. We could have opened, no, yeah, I probably could have opened it from the bottom. No, I don't think so. It doesn't matter. All right, let me put some water in here and spritz this. And we're just going to do a real quick watercolor sketch. I tend to sketch more than paint, especially when I'm urban sketching. I tend to sketch more than paint. But my modus operandi tends to be a lot of color on my page. I know watercolor artists themselves will sometimes just do light watercolor. I go urban sketching. It's not done till the whole page is plastered with color. Do I need to? Am I frozen over here? Oh, I'm back. Wait, I'm not on my live button. Let me get on my live button. And I'm not. There we go. Okay. Can you guys see? I think you can see fairly good. Except for you're going to see top down where I'm seeing it this way. And it's just going to have to be like that so I can see the sketch. Let me put this back over here, away from the... I like having all this desk space. I cleared my desk off so I could get all that. Now, I'm not going to worry about these. They'll just be off to the side for the week. Now, tomorrow's Monday. Streamathon will still be going on. Miriam is on, and Laura welcomes in the new year at 11 p.m. I'm on until 11, which is 10 my time, which means I've only got 45 minutes. So, Ann-Laure comes on at 11 p.m. until 1. She welcomes in the new year on the East Coast. And it's in Florida, by the way. There's a link pinned to her channel up above my chat. Then from 1 a.m. until 5:30 a.m., this is all Eastern time, late night games with Miriam. Art Curious by MNW. Then Raul comes on tomorrow morning at 5:30 a.m. Those are some early hours, let me tell you. Of course, he's ahead of Central Time, I think, by 6 hours, so it's not quite that early for him. 6 a.m. Art Junkie comes on, Shannon Pratt. I might be up in time to catch Shannon. I'm not sure. That's 5 a.m. my time. It depends on how late I'm up. Dee Dee Willingham comes on at 8:30, and then Janet Nash follows her. And then there's more. So there's plenty going on New Year's Day. Uh-oh. I'm just squirting a little water in my cup there. All right, I'm gonna do this scroll, which to me, I'm looking at it this way. You're seeing it top down, but for me, it looks kind of like that. Sort of like this. This kind of falls off on the desk. So I'm going to start with that little sketchy pen, maybe the larger sketchy one, not the thinner one. This is the larger sketchy one. I think these are Royal Langnickel brushes. I buy them at Walmart. And I'm going to start with a dark brown, which I didn't get. And I'm just going to sketchy sketch over here, and it's just going to be a sketchy sketch. It's not going to be a painting at all. I need my water up here. I like to draw. So a lot of what I do, even when I go urban sketching, is more sketching than painting. I like to paint too, But generally painting, even the masters, now Dee Dee can fill you in on all that, but they did a lot of sketching first. They do a lot of sketching. So think of this as preparatory work for a masterpiece. Now, I have this gold trim that kind of comes down this way. So I'm going to use a yellow ochre. And it's really darker than that. But now, as I'm seeing it, it comes like this. And I could really probably put a 10 underneath of that. But we'll... And you are just seeing the top of it. You're probably just seeing the very tippy top of that. But for me, it just continues going down. And I'm not too worried about, is it in perspective or anything like that? I'm just kind of, let's see, and it wraps around here. The top part of it wraps around this way, and you're not seeing that. But for me, I see this coming, and I'm just doing sketchy sketches, and it kind of comes up like that. And then, of course, where there's that, let's grab a yellowy color, kind of put in the bottom loops here, like so, coming down, coming down, coming down. And it goes clear down, Mary. Don't quit now. Kind of comes down on the, and does a, I'll come back to that. Then I got some maroon fabric here, some maroon fabric there, some kind of, there's text here and there's an M. This is an M, of course, when it's unscrolled. So for the maroon, I'm going to grab a darker red, and I'm just going to kind of, and let's just do it light first, just kind of, and maybe put in a little bit of blue in there to make it maroonish. Ooh, that's a lot of blue. And it's probably a darker maroon than that, but we'll go with that for now. And then it comes down this way. Let's see, do I have a red brown? A reddish brown would be more. Maybe more down here. And you can see these watercolors are very intense because I don't have much color on my brush, and it made it a dark maroonish color. Now I'm not going to have very much room for my white there. And now you can see I'm out of perspective. Let's just put this more of that. And the maroon, white, maroon, and my white piece is really long here. And it's not that long in real life. Oops! Oopsie doodle. And let's just put in some. That is really, I need a towel out here. Let's blot up. Some of that's too dark for me. I should have gotten a towel out at first. But you know, I'm just sketchy. I'm just playing. And that's what I want to do in January. I don't want to do anything that's going to take me forever to finish. Now in real life, this piece is much bigger. Maybe that's why, maybe I'll make this much bigger. Because the bottom of the scroll, it comes down, it almost covers. I don't see very much of the bottom of the scroll. I'm going to put a piece in there, but I don't see much of it. It gets covered up. It's kind of like so. Boy, that's really dark. There's a lot of pigment in this watercolor. So that's kind of, now there's some, I hate to do the black, but there's some black for me right in here. And you're just seeing a touch of it. It's looking like that. So I'm going to put some black. Oh, that's a dark blue. I don't think I have a black in here. I think, is this black? Oh, that's a little blue. No, it's more of a bluish. They make you make your own black. I prefer having even a Payne's gray. Maybe this is a black. I think that's more of a green. I didn't swatch this. Okay, then I'm not going to worry about it because I'm just playing. Let's bring that around that way. And let's grab some lighter brown. Boy, my water is getting dirty. Let's grab a lighter brown here. And it will probably be pretty light. Oh yeah, here we go. I've still got blue on my brush here. Let's put in a lighter brown in here. And really all this is me playing. I'm not trying to do a map. Look how dark that is. I'm gonna, well, it is kind of dark, but I'm gonna blot it a little. I got a blue in there. All right, I'm gonna go back to my trim. I'm gonna go back to the goldy color and just kind of put some goldy in there. And maybe yellow ochre was what I was making the loop-de-doos out of. Let's finish those off. I'm just kind of going off over that way. And I don't have anything on the bottom yet. Now, let's bring this down because I made that other one larger. It's kind of a square. And that squares it off a little bit more. So this white piece with the M isn't huge long. This piece over here is longer, but it's going off of the edge. Okay, now I'm going to go to a larger brush. Did I get a flat out? Yeah. Let's go to this one. It's a round. It's not flat. It's more of a round, but that'll work. And I think I'm going to dump this water because it's getting kind of dirty. I have water over here. Let's put some cleaner water in there. So I'm going to do more of this type of thing in January. I would love to do one every day, but you know that's not gonna, that's just a pipe dream. But I'll do more. Now, as I look at this, what did I do with that little brush that I had in my hand? See, that's what I spend most of my time doing. What did I do with this? Where did I put that? Did anybody see where I threw Penelope? She ran away. Becky says, Mary, Penelope, you said you were going to put her in a safe spot. I'm going to make this a little bit wider here. I'm going to make it a little wider. All right, that's good. And let's... Oh, and the other thing I do, and maybe I'll just use, where's that torn one? Where's the one I tore? I'll use it because I have 8 of them. Here, this is torn right here. When I go out urban sketching, when I want to clean my brushes, I swipe them off on paper. And then I have a background. I was making ATCs out of them a couple years ago. A couple years ago, I did that. All right, what else? That still isn't wide enough for me. Let's go back to that brown, that darker brown, because it should come way out. And let's kind of give it a line here. And that's blue. It should be brown. It's the shadow. All right. Now let me put in a background just because I have to have color. And I'm going to use my big fat brush. And for me, the background is black. And it is for you too. But I don't want to do black. I'm going to pick up this these blues. I don't know which one. And it's because black will just not work for me. And I'm just going to plaster it with color in here. Now this is what those Paul Rubens, I think, are a tube paint. And when I do stuff like this, I think I'd rather have a tube paint because I'm constantly trying to get pigment out of there. And now I'm just putting in a background here. I'm not trying to be, let's just put it in this way. But I'd like it darker. Let's see if I can't grab it. Is this a dark blue? I'm gonna let that dry a little. And it will come, because I'm just doing wet on wet. Let's see, I'll do like this when I'm out urban sketching, clean my brush off. And after a session of I usually do 3 or 4 sketches when I go out urban sketching. By the time I'm done, I have a really nice, not particularly nice, but fairly nice. I'm going to wash my brush out over here in the other pot. What am I going to do? Maybe I will do black there. Let's try. If this is true black, I don't think it's a true black. I think it's, well, it might be. See, I didn't swatch these colors, so. But see, then this is more of a brown. I'm going to leave a line there. I'm just going to put this area. I think this is more of a Payne's gray because I see it might even be a phthalo green with my lighting. I think that's more, I see green tones in there. I don't think that whoops, I'm using that as to clean my brush. I don't think they gave me a true black in here. I keep thinking I find it. This might be it. I should swatch these. All right, so no, I don't want to do that. I think this is just a really dark green. That's what it looks like. What this is. That might be a true black. And I'm more of a sketcher drawing rather than trying to do big, beautiful art. I want to hit this with my heat gun. Let me wash this brush out. What time is it? 9:33. I'm going until, I have to check my time here. I go until 11, which is 10 my time. So I have about a half an hour. Let me wash my brush out good over here. I have my big pail of water over off to the side because I got it off my desk. Let me get this cleaned off. Is my heat gun workable? Is it plugged in is what I mean. I want to do some pin work on here. Now my colors, because I was so watery, it started running in there. And this is meant to be a fast sketch, and it's not meant to be in perspective, or it's just meant to be what it is. Get some of this dried off so I can do some pen work on it. I'm really kind of out of practice with this stuff. I need to do more of it. I'm not entirely happy with that. Let's see, what pen do I want to use? Let's go. This is my Tombow pen I just got to write my Christmas cards with. Let's do some pen work here. Kind of clean this up in here and do a little detailing on this in here. the loop-de-loops. They have a little loopy in there on each one. Let me just, they kind of go like so. Kind of have a little trim. And when you do this, unless you're doing it, if you're doing it for fun, get into the mode where you're not trying to be perfect, play. Because I guarantee you, if you get all tied up about it, saying it's, you know, just like I was a minute ago, like, look, I got so much there and so little there. This is kind of off center. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. You'll do better next time. Just play. Because you'll have fun if you're just playing and not worrying about it. Now, if you're a graphic artist, like I think Chris said she was in the graphic arts, you know, you might, that stuff might bother you a little bit more. But, all right, so this piece kind of comes down this way. And I'm just going to kind of section off my little sections here. And this is really a gold piece, but I got it maroonish because of the way that's hitting. The way that light hits it, it almost looks maroon to me. But if I tip it up like this, I can see that there's more gold on it. So I might put some gold in there. So this kind of just kind of comes in like that. Now this is a white piece here, and it's got a letter M that comes like, it really kind of comes like that, like that, and that's green. And then it's got some gold and white in there. And then we've got this, I can barely see in real life, this bottom piece of the spool. And to me, this still needs to come out. One of these need to come out a little bit more. It's not, this needs to come out more like that. So let's just make it out a little further. We'll just make it really off center. And this comes around, something like that. That needed to be moved over a little, but it is what it is. All right, then we have this piece in here, and then we start having the text in here. And I'm just going to put little, these are words. It says, I don't know what it says. Oh, it's the word for fresh. It's the meaning of fresh, F-R-E-S-H. I'm just going to put little marks to represent text in here. So I'm just playing, really. And that's what you should do. Don't, you know, I get tired of doing that. I come back and work on this some more. Especially if you're just doing it in your art journal. Because the more you play, the more free you get. And the more free you are in your art, truthfully, the better it looks. Okay. Of course, this needs more work in there. Let's do some more of this. I got to keep an eye on my time. It's 20 till 10. I got 20 minutes to play here. Now, on some of these, I'm going to tape them off. I didn't tape this one off. It says, blah, 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 blah. Happy New Year. Happy 2004. Okay. And I don't know this. I'm just going to play with this too. Sort of get a spool looking in there. I don't know. I'm not happy with this. You don't have to be happy with it, Meri. You tell everybody else not to get paranoid about it, and then you are. All right, so let me come back to my watercolor. Let me grab some more of this yellow ochre and come in here. Yeah, I want to come down here, but I don't see much of that, so I'm going to leave it alone. Look, I keep wanting to reach over there because that's where I have had my water pot. And it was clean water when I started tonight. I should have wiped it off on there. I want to grab some more of this blue. See, this is where I want thick color. I'm not one for trying to gradiate my color in that. I don't like a thin. I like it. I don't care for that. It's too wet for me. But I have to have it wet to get the pigment. I plaster my color on. You'll see that if you watch any of my old urban sketching videos. I plaster my watercolor on. It's just what I like to do. So let's come here. And see, it gets dry, and I keep having to wet it, and then it gets too wet for me. Let's see, I have to turn it over this way. This brush might be a little big for this area, but all right, I'm kind of happy with it. I could go with some more darker blue. So I think I would be happier with tube paint, and tube paint that's 8 ounces, not a millimeter or a milliliter or whatever they come in. Because I want to get my brush in there and just get it all oozing on my brush, color on my brush. That's what I want. But can you imagine those little, 1.5 milliliter? Is that what it is for a tube of watercolor? Let's see, I had a green that I got on sale here. How many milliliters? I got it at Hobby Lobby on sale a couple weeks ago. I want to see how many. This is a Grumbacher. It's cheap watercolor. They put all sorts of labels on here. I can't read it. How much is in here? They put all sorts of labels on it. 7.5. 2.5 fluid ounces. US. 2.5 fluid ounces. That's not too bad. But I'd like to have 8 ounces of watercolor. Can you imagine what that would cost? Well, I imagine they do, because if this is 2, 8 would only be 4 of these. So just double this and make it taller. They'd probably sell that someplace. Daniel Smith, it would probably cost you a fortune. And I don't know if does Liquitex make watercolor? I don't even know. Primarily I use Winsor Newton. This happened to be a set that I got on sale on Amazon. Let's finish what I'm doing here. I like the darker blue. Let's just bring it around. And I wouldn't say my perspective is the best here, but I'm just playing. Yeah, I'm just playing. And that's what you should do. Just play. All right. What else down? I gotta get more. Come in with a different size of brush on here. Yeah, I got it way too wet. Now this, I wouldn't call this a big, beautiful watercolor piece. I think that what I end up doing, and now I'm not getting my darker colors in there. I forgot what I was going to say. I probably do, my art is probably more sketchy and illustrative than realistic. It's more sketchy. I think I'm more of an illustrative art than anything. I'm kind of happy with that. Actually, this blue kind of hides this area in here that I'm not so happy with. Let's get, I want to go darker yet over here. I don't know if this is blue or not. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with that. Let's bring it down in here too. So you're going to see me doing more of this type of thing in 2024. Let's swipe my color off. Let's just put some water on here and swipe off blue like my slow stitching blue denim. Blue, blue, blue. All right, I should come out and peek at chat. Maybe let this air dry a little. I want to put some green in there, maybe a little gold in there. This piece over here, I got a little bit of more, well, I've got a little gold showing there, some tapestry back behind. Oh, do a little more detail in there. All right, let me look at chat before, and welcome to everybody who's come in. If I haven't welcomed you, it's because I've been focused on my masterpiece here. Oh dear, it's not a masterpiece. I got rid of my thumbs down that I gave myself. Hi, Tutu's Hail. Welcome to you. She says it's only 5:40 p.m. here, and they already are starting with the fireworks. That's probably what I heard out there. There's probably some fireworks going on across the street. Kitty Jen says, California. Where are you, Jen? I'm in California, she says. Kelly Roston says, we will be having a drone display instead of fireworks. Oh, that's interesting. I wonder what that would look like, Kelly. I've never seen a drone display. Huh. Kitty Jen says, no fireworks here, but there might be around midnight. It's still 7:30 in California when she was chatting. Well done. Thank you. Becky said there are so many fireworks going off in the neighborhood tonight. It's like the 4th of July on, on New Year's. I think everybody, by the time we get through 365 days in a year, we're ready for a fresh start. We're ready for a fresh start. You know, the new year, it kind of signifies fresh start and hope. You know, you kind of hope things go better next year. Although I wouldn't say 2023 was bad for me. It was just kind of off. I had a really off year, which kind of makes me wonder what my future's going to be like. But whatever happens, happens, you know? And I'm going to get off my podium before I start preaching at you. Let's see. Jen says, it's almost too early here to sleep, but I have a few cards I'm putting in a book. I might try to take a little nap after that. Well, that's a good idea. Get those naps in. Barbara Clark. There's Barbara. Are you still out there, Barbara? She says, I'm in California and New Year's is still 5 hours away. You get to celebrate it in all the time zones, starting in Australia.
Barb was in, whose chat were you in? I saw you in earlier. Whose chat? Was it Zandra that I saw you in, Barb? Barbara and I go way back. Barbara, I was telling them how I used to talk over you in our Zoom chats. Barbara and I used to start talking at the same time. It was just magic that way. Barbara says, I've been here, Meri, a short time. Is it brief time? My heart's in the way. I can't, something about ribs. A short break for ribs. Ooh, that sounds good. I have to tell you guys, though, I splurged the last couple days with my eating, and I ate more sugar and salt than I should have. And I'm paying for it tonight. I'm paying for it tonight. I've got to be good next week. I don't know. I get scared. Is it? Oh, Ligeria? Ligeria in October? Ligeia? Ligeia in October? My neighborhood started last night. Welcome. I don't know if I'm pronouncing your name right. Meri, you mentioned you do urban sketching. What do you take along with you? Well, you know what? Let me show you. Just look at that for a minute. And we'll put a little green on that before I leave. But I wasn't going to get it out. But I've been organizing, and I think I can get to it pretty easy if I'm careful. I got to step over the heat gun on the floor. Let me step, and let me get into my little stash closet over here. I wanted to get it out anyway, but I really wasn't planning on doing it tonight. But let me reach over here. I'm back here. Let me reach. Oh, I'm going to have to fix it. Most of you who have followed me for a long time have seen this. Oh, wait, I'm coming out. I'm knocking fabric down on the way. I'll have to go and pick that back up. All right, now I gotta be careful coming in here because I got my heat gun on the floor, and I want to show what I use for urban sketching. And I haven't had it out for a long time. This is a good excuse for me to get it out. Maybe it's going to get cold next week, and I sit in my car when I do urban sketching, but I have to have the heater on. So usually I urban sketch in the spring through the fall when I urban sketched. I'm going to use my imagination for the rest of this. I want to get this out of my way. Except for one thing. Let's take one of these thinner brushes real fast. Where is it? This one, was this the one I was using? I felt like I don't know what one I was using. What did I do with it? Did I put it in was it this one? Oh, this one will work. We'll use it. I just want to put a little, I want to make my M green. Because it's green. It's got some gold in there, but and then I'll show you what we'll end my stream with me showing you what I do for my urban sketching. Oh, I got green in my red. Oh well, it'll kind of make it darker. I kind of want to put some darker color on there. It's pretty light. Now this was gold. Yeah. I got dirty water. Let me grab some yellow ochre here. I don't really have a gold watercolor in this set. The closest I have is orange and yellow ochre. Let me just smear some yellow in there. A little. Now this had kind of like little grassy area, a little organic area in there. And I'll stop. We'll stop with that. My water's filthy dirty. Let me get it off my desk so I don't spill it. And I'll throw this container away because it's paper.
All right. Might have to clean those brushes. Put my pen away. Alrighty, I'm getting there. I don't want to close this up. Let me put it down behind me. I'll have to skip over it when I go out. All right, when I go urban sketching, I got this, at Hobby Lobby or Michael's a long time ago. Let me zoom out. Come on, zoom out. Is that as far as it'll go? Oops, I was there. Now let me tip my camera a little. This is what I used. I got it in Wisconsin, but the handle broke. And I need to maybe put it snaps shut, but the handle broke here. And I need to put a new handle on it. Because I do like to carry it, but it's pretty. I put so much stuff in here. I haven't had this open for a long time, you guys. It's time to open it. I'm going to have to find me an envelope to put. I'm going to sign and date it on the back. I'm going to keep this out. Now, I won't say that I'm going to do a watercolor in every one of my streams. What I might do is some shorts or a short video, which isn't a short, maybe a 3 or 4 minute video, and do something. We'll see. All right, I haven't had this out for a long time. Remember these? I used to get these at Hobby Lobby all the time. They quit selling them. Look, I got some Sharpies. I got some watercolor. I also have, now see, let me reach over here. I'm going to put these in there. I got some sets that I've been using that I haven't put in there. These, I think these are Jane Davenport. These are Jane Davenport. Xander would know all about these. And they're older. You see how I don't clean my pans or anything because I reconstitute this. And look, that's how I watercolor most of the time. I don't have any examples to show you right offhand. I'd have to dig for them. This is a Winsor Newton set. This is not the original. The original's around here someplace. This is my second one of Winsor Newton. But a set like this is what I started out on. And I think I started watercoloring in, was it 2016 or 2017 when I started doing my urban sketching. So there's that one. One of these, this one, I got a gift certificate from Meri too. And I'd seen this set. This is a Prima set, the complexion one. And I saw it at Hobby Lobby. And at the time, I just can't pay for it. I just, at the time, I just couldn't pay for it. And lo and behold, Meri too sent me a gift certificate that covered the cost of this. So I think it was like $29. And she sent me a gift certificate for $25. But it's the complexion set. And I do use this quite a bit. Although it's lasting me. But I've had it out a lot when I want. There's probably more of a gold tone in there too. More of the goldy tones, tan golds. And then this is another Prima set. I'm not sure when or where I got this, but it's another Prima set. More earth tones. I lost the swatch card to it. Oh, look, I got some big rubber bands in here. My visual journal, do I have any watercolors in here? I don't know if I got any urban sketching in here. I think it's just one I got to, next time I go, I'll use it type thing. Oh, here's another Jane Davenport set. I think Norma, do any of you remember Branson Norma? Norma Branson, Branson. I don't know if it was Norma Branson or just Branson. I can't remember. I think she sent me the Jane Davenports. I think. I could be wrong, but look how dirty these are. But I reconstitute them and I use them. I have fun with Jane Davenport. Some pins. I was into doing these rollerball pins, but you get these at the Dollar Tree. And I like them because they reconstitute pretty fast. I can do tonal values with them. Here's a little watercolor journal. Oh, here's some watercolor I've done. When did I do this? I did this one in 2018. It's a storefront. And it looks brighter in my camera than in real life. Where was this? This was a bike shop. Storefront in Hastings, Nebraska. So I did this after I've come back to Nebraska. Oh, it's tonal. That's the only one I have in here. Well, there's my example of what I when I went urban sketching. I don't know if I got any more in here or not. What's this? I don't even know what I have anymore, to tell you the truth. These are the Scanzai graphic watercolor. I like these. These are fun to play with. Those I got last fall. I just brought them over here tonight. I don't know what this is. Oh, these are my Daniel Smith watercolor sticks. I forgot I had these. These cost, at the time I bought these when I was still living in Wisconsin, they cost $11 a piece. And they're probably much more now. I don't know what they cost now. But you take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There's almost, well, $11. There's almost $80 worth of watercolor right there. But they last forever. They last forever if you use them for your urban sketching. I would take and wet my brush and grab a little color. I really like Daniel Smith. I like him, but I can't afford him. What's this? I think this is just a piece of paper. It says, hello, 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 from the Meri. I used it to, see, I forgot I even had this stuff. I'm glad you asked about this. What time is it? I got to keep an eye on my time. What time is it? Oh, I'm past time. I've got to sign off. You guys, I'll finish showing this later. Anlar is probably on now. Hop on over to Anlar's channel. I have a link to her at the top. I've got to say a goodbye. Tuesday morning, I'll be on Tuesday morning. I'll finish showing this Tuesday morning. And if you're not there, you can watch the replay. Anlar is on now. Sorry to cut this short, but I'm cutting into her time. Bye, everybody.